right, it's the morning after the big hike. We're limping a little bit. My ankle's sore, my right knee is sore. I think my right knee is sore. I was trying to figure out this morning why my knee was sore, and I think it's, remember when I bailed in that wet, grassy section, and I just hit the ground hard and like let out a big groan and made it definitely more dramatic than it needed to be. I think that's why my right knee is sore. I also did slip one more time in the ice coming down too. We are leaving Wanaka. We're headed towards Queenstown, and then we're going to go up towards Ben Lomond Mountain. There's a bit of a ski lift that'll take us halfway up, and so we're hoping that we can at least get some time lapses up there tonight. About a 2-hour drive or so, and it's going to be longer because we're going to stop lots. I mean, the goal with all these drives is never just to kind of go through them as fast as possible, but more so to also get great shots while we're doing them. We've made it to Queenstown. We're gonna kind of walk around downtown, get some more groceries, and then we're gonna be going up the Skyline lift tonight to be getting some shots. Should be a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot busier here. It's not really my style for this to be this busy, but it's definitely nice. Reminds me a lot of Banff. Tons of ski shops, everything's adventure-based, lots of restaurants and pubs and things. But we're just gonna be here basically just for today, and then we're gonna peace out. All right. We're in the gondola, headed up. This is the lazy man's way up. Yesterday we did the hike. We could have hiked this, but it was like at least an hour hike up. All right, we're doing some new shots at the top here. We may have cheated to get up this high, but we are definitely getting some great shots. We're gonna stay up here past sunset, so we don't have to worry about hiking down like yesterday. We stayed at the top of the gondola well past sunset, and the next morning embarked for Milford Sound, which from all of our research was going to be one of the most beautiful drives of the entire trip. So right now we're shooting time lapses on the Canon 60. The reason being is normally I like to shoot on the Ursa because you can shoot in full RAW with a lot more capabilities than some of our other cameras. But the problem right now is the Ursa has been acting up. For some reason the sensor is glitching a lot, and so we're using the 60. Now the problem with the 60 is that although it also shoots full Canon RAWs, the problem with that is you often get a lot of flickering going on with your time lapses. So what's happening is every time you take a picture, the f-stop is actually digitally resetting itself, which means there can be slight little variations in every single picture you take. So we're going to take 720 pictures per time lapse, and if you're playing 24 of those every second or 30 of those every second, the slight variations you can actually notice, especially in overbrights or whites or in the clouds. You notice some just slight flickering that actually throws it off a little bit. So what we're doing to counteract that is I have these cinema lenses which are for film, and they have no autofocus, and the f-stop is manual. So it's a bit of a pain to find the focus sometimes, but because the f-stop is manual, the camera's not actually reading it as any f-stop. So if you come look over here, you'll actually see that this Canon reads the f-stop as 00 because it's actually manually controlled. And so that's actually going to counteract all of our flickering issues. So it's a bit of a workaround. Some people with normal lenses will attach it, get the settings, and then they actually turn the lens just a little bit to disconnect it from the camera so the camera doesn't actually read any of the settings on the lens, and that can counteract it. But I actually don't like doing that. I find it a bit of a pain, and you just lose control once you get going. So I prefer to work with manual lenses, but they actually work really great when it comes to time lapse. right, so we're here now on the way to Milford Sound. We're not quite there yet, but we have pulled over because this is an absolutely amazing spot. Oh, I can hear an avalanche. Oh, I can see an avalanche. Holy, there's an avalanche happening right now. Oh, wow. So we are literally 50 feet past the avalanche danger zone. And as I turn on the camera, we hear an avalanche coming down right in the peak behind us. This is a wide angle lens, so it seems a little further away than it is, but it's probably maybe 100, 200 yards from us.
Got some goosebumps from that.
Yeah, that made me a little nervous. That made me a little nervous because you can hear it. We know because of the way the peak is shaped there, like it's gonna turn left or right. Well, wow. And usually, you know, if there's trees right here, you know, you're normally safe, but just hearing that thing start to come down was crazy.
I thought it was a car pulling up at first.
I thought so too. So one of the things we're noticing even just standing in this spot that's amazing, we've already seen 2 avalanches, is how every tourist kind of goes into these spots, pops out their selfie, takes a picture on their phone or something, and then zips away. And no one spends more than a minute in all these spots. We've stopped a few times along the way to like really take it in, do some time lapses, but like really appreciate where you are. And we were just having this conversation about how people just fly spot to spot, and it's more like an achievement badge than really like taking it all in and embracing it and learning about the area and kind of like, and just being there for more than just 5 minutes. Like we're gonna be here for at least an hour, I think. And we're really gonna kind of get a sense of even what this amazing valley is. And it's just, it always blows my mind how people just kind of race past as fast as they can. And all people seem to really care about now is actually just getting a picture of themselves in the air to say, oh, I was there. But you didn't really experience it. Like we already had people come in through here, take a selfie and leave, and they completely missed an avalanche that had just happened. Like that was a wild experience to witness. Standing and to hear it rumbling throughout the valley, and those people are missing it because they couldn't be bothered to spend more than 30 seconds here. Into that tunnel! Like entering Space Mountain. Holy. Tunnel's leaking.
Some water dripping from the ceiling.
Make it easier to see the walls.
Yeah, I guess you can just see.
They don't stop it for 7 kilometers because, oh my word. Woo! Michael.
We're on the Grand Prix here.
All right, we've arrived in Milford Sound. We pulled into an RV park and it is just pure jungle. So basically we're just gonna set up, quickly charge some batteries and offload all of our cards. And then we're gonna head down to the bay. We already went and checked it out and it's gorgeous, but right now the sun is in the wrong position. It's kind of right in the shot. So we're actually just waiting for it to go down behind the mountains a little bit more. And then we're gonna head down there and get all of our shots. But yeah, this place is unreal already. Just the mountains are right above you. All right, so we're down here in Milford Sound now. We were just talking to the guy at the front and he said that there's been a month of clouds. Again, we just happen to be here at the right day. And yeah, we're gonna be doing shots for a couple hours as the sun is setting perfectly. This whole area is just unbelievable. And I was saying to Mike just a second ago, what makes me love this kind of stuff is that we are literally the only people here. There's not a single other person out here right now. We have it completely to ourselves, and the temperature's not bad. We don't need to be wearing multiple layers. But this is unbelievable. All right, we just had to scramble because the sun went down behind the mountain. In the span of 1 minute, we thought it was close, and then all of a sudden it was going behind, but we quickly ran out, got a couple really good pictures just for ourselves, really. But now we've got time lapses going with the beautiful scenery behind me, like the way the sun is kind of cutting through the mountains and through everything. And still, like, we are the only people out there. I see 2 people maybe coming from the beach right now. But other than that, we are completely alone in, like, this is maybe one of the best spots I've ever been in on the earth, really. But man, what a great evening. Like, we literally got here at the right time, the right weather, and it has just been unbelievable. It does look like something at any, like, awesome water park, except it's a good 100, 150 foot drop just in that one chute part, and then it hits the rocks and drops another 150 feet. That is an epic waterfall. I am loving this view right here, like the 3 kind of cones. Like, that is just unreal. Like the reflection in the water, the golden clouds with the streaks kind of coming through.